Check it out, we rapping for the Texas. Fluid and Crenshaw Bridge reflection. Houston rap style, banging the heat. Talking Texas football, nothing compete. Got the best podcast, the livest in the game. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Remember the name. We talking draft picks, we talking defense. We break it all down, no nonsense. H-Town with the Run Showdown. On the mic, talking Texas football. Every Wednesday night with special guests dropping knowledge, taking the stage. Oh, Diggity and Crenshaw Briggs, we holding it down in the H-Town, wiping it down. Talking touchdowns in H-Town. Houston culture, we holding it down. Talking news and rumors, keeping it real. No filter, we got the Texas appeal. In the Lone Star City, we're living it up. Talking all things Texas, we can't get enough. From the football field to the concrete jungle, we're ripping H-Town. Ain't nothing humble, bitch.
Yo, and welcome to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. I'm your host tonight, Matthew Briggs. As always, we have a special guest. But before I introduce him, let me introduce my two amazing trio co-hosts today. First off, I got Mr. Kenneth the Messenger. What's going on, man?
Not much. What's good, y'all? What's good? How y'all feeling, fellas?
And then, as always, the TikTok sensation himself, Mr. Bo Diggity.
Yeah, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Hope you're having a great night.
And guys, if you're on Texas Twitter, you know this guy very well, especially when it comes to the Astros content. We got a longtime fan of the Astros and Texans, Mr. Bonda himself. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all having me on. These are always fun to do. So appreciate it, man. I'm stoked to talk about these boys.
Well, how before we kick it off, how was your Easter? Yeah,
it was good, man. It's actually really good. Like I was telling y'all before we got on, I got 3 kids, so I was busy hiding eggs and dyeing eggs and doing all that stuff and eating more candy than I should have, but no, it was great, man. It was always good. It's always good. It's funny, like, I don't know if any of y'all have kids or not, but like if you really do enjoy watching your kids, like you live vicariously through them, just because it's like, feels like time moves so fast when you get older, but to watch the kids, man, it's great.
Yeah, I got 4 myself, so I totally get what you're Bo. Kenneth, do you have any kids?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well,
take your time, bro.
For real.
No rush. No, I love my kids, man.
Yeah.
Well, guys, let's jump into the NFL news. Somebody who didn't have a good Easter, Rasheed Rice, got in some trouble racing with his Corvette and Lamborghini. Caused a 6-car pileup, I want to say, and then pulled a Houdini, disappeared.
In Dallas, right?
Yeah, in Dallas, yes, in Dallas.
Yeah.
And then today, the Lamborghini leasing company came out, and then Rasheed Rice's lawyer came out and said everything will be handled. Bonda, I'll talk to you, man. What's your thoughts
on this? I saw the footage from like the actual accident itself. It was crazy. I guess somebody that was driving at the time had their dash cam on, and like you see the crazy accident, and thank God nobody. I think nobody was seriously hurt in this. Now it could have been way worse, but it was like as soon as the crash happened, you see like 4 dudes hop out of the vehicle. One of which did they confirm if one of them was Rice or not? I assume it probably was. Yes. So they all get out of the vehicle and, again, speculation here, but my thoughts are they either had something on them, whether it was guns, drugs, or they were drunk or something. Because what is the other, reason to just flee from a scene like that? I mean, it's a terrible look for Rice. I'm sure that he will definitely be suspended, which, obviously you don't want to make light of a situation like this, but anything that hurts the Chiefs, is kind of like a silver lining. But still, I mean, man, and that's one thing too, man, these pros, these professional athletes, and I know he's a young guy, and it's sometimes you get in situations like that, but it's that you shouldn't get in situations like that. It's hard for these young guys, especially, coming from different backgrounds, I don't know what his situation was. Sometimes it's even the guys that had it good growing up, that are just trying to, you had that shit with Ja recently in the NBA, and he seems to have gotten his head on straight. But, and that's why really when you look at, I'm going to segue this into the Texans real quick because and stop me if I'm rambling, but like, it makes me so happy when you look at CJ, when you look at Will, because these two guys, these are the two now most important players on our team on both sides of the ball, period. I mean, they are going to be the franchise cornerstones of our offense and our defense for the next decade plus, hopefully. And you can just tell, man, they both got such a good head on their shoulders. They the way that they handle the media, they seem like really grounded kids, like especially with, Will. I know he's the youngest of 6. He has 5 sisters, older sisters, I believe. And, it seems like they've done a really good job of kind of just keeping him grounded. And then CJ, I mean, he can't do no wrong. So it's like, I mean, it's a good thing. But yeah, I think Rice is going to be in some trouble.
Okay. Kenneth, man, I kick it to you. What's your thoughts on it?
Man, first I'm gonna start off by saying this. Like, man, growing up, I was raised right, and this one thing I wanted to do was learn from others' mistakes, learn from my dad's mistakes, big cousin mistakes, big brother's mistakes, and it's like once you see somebody do something, you try not to do the same thing. You try not to bump your head. Sometimes you may try things here and there just to test it out for yourself and learn from it. And but with Rasheed Rice, it blows my mind that we just had this situation with Henry, and it's like and it's not just Henry, it's other guys too. And it's just like, when will these guys that step foot into the leagues, the NFL, the NBA, all these different leagues, like when will they understand, like, hey, I got to be careful how I carry myself. Regardless, you should be doing this before you get to the league. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, once you get to the league, it's a bigger target on your back. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful what you're doing, who you hang with, and all those type of things. And it bothers me, man. Like speeding, like I don't get it. Like, what is the point of speeding? Like, it's no point of speeding. If I'm sure you got enough money to go rent a racetrack and speed with your friends if you want to do that. Like, it just makes me a little upset because it's like these guys not learning from other people's mistakes that they let everybody see right in front of our eyes.
It's the same thing that with, I don't know if y'all remember a couple years back, Jose Fernandez. He was a pitcher for the Marlins who was like, I mean, and this kid was like, had the potential to be like Hall of Fame good. And he killed himself going crazy, driving a speedboat in Miami, man. And just it's terrible. It's terrible. They think they're invincible because, these guys are world-class athletes. And in their own mind, like these are alphas, in every sense of the word. I mean, they're just, it's easy to feel like that. I remember back when I was, I'm about to be 34 in a couple weeks. And like, but when I was 21, 22, oh my God, man, it's amazing. I'm still alive, right. And I couldn't imagine being in those guys' shoes with unlimited funds and all that. But man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. At the end of the day, who knows what happens with him? Me personally, I think he's gonna get some good punishment just by him leaving the scene and not staying. I feel like it's gonna be a big punishment on that. Who knows? It can be.
I think he'll avoid jail because he's gonna have some money, but he's gonna definitely he's gonna miss some games, to say the least.
Most definitely, man. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Bo, speak to me, brother.
Oh yeah. They hit the the nail on the head. What they said, basically, a young man unlimited money. Just won Super Bowl. He's on cloud 9 off season. There's really nothing to do right now. They're finna start the voluntary OTAs, so he just getting his, kinks out, funds out before it's time to get ready to go back to work. And unfortunately, he had an accident. So it's one of the things where fast cars, young men, a lot of money, bad things are gonna happen. You know what I mean? And it wasn't the Henry Ruggs where he was like up late in the morning. It was just a regular broad daylight speed and crash. So like you said, I think he will miss some time. Granted, how many games it is, who knows? But yeah, just got to be smart. Like I want all these athletes to be smart, stay on the right trajectory. I understand you got money, you're gonna have fast cars, you're gonna have a fast lifestyle, but you got a gift, and it's not for you to just be on the freeway speeding and getting in accidents. So just take your time, enjoy your money, but do it safe. That's all I'm saying.
I think if you look at it, I mean, like you said, Henry Ruggs, who was the defensive tackle in the draft last year that got in that trouble with that wreck.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
And then
Jordan Carter, yeah.
Jordan Addison, he got in some trouble with it too. So like the money problem, it is a problem. And I think the NFL should do something like, make sure when they sign a rookie contract, they got to pick a money manager off a list or something that's NFL certified or something to help these guys with the money, because you're right. They get the fast money. They never had it before, and they look, Henry Ruggs, his career is ruined. Just like that, you never know what's going to happen. Like, to me, if I was a GM or a coach and I had a rookie, I'm sitting in front of a video of the rise and fall of Mike Tyson. Like, look, if you put yourself around bad people, this can happen to you. So you got to watch out who you're around with. I get it. That's I got some knucklehead friends too that I just can't, say no to. But man, when you work millions and millions of dollars, it's people just take advantage of you. You know what I mean? So it's a sad situation, but I'm glad nobody got hurt out of it. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because, like I said, quick, just like that, it could turn.
Can't learn a lesson if you're dead.
Exactly. All right, well, let's move on to the next thing. Right now, we're being reported the Broncos and the Vikings are the two teams trying to hit the top 10. Bo, I'll start with you. Who do you think needs to hit top 10 in the draft more importantly?
Out of the Broncos or the Vikings?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Broncos. Probably the Broncos got a lot of more pressure on their program. I guess their franchise than any other team in my eyes with the Vikings, because I feel like the Vikings, you let go of Kirk Cousins. I don't think the Vikings have that much pressure to win. I think that they're slowly going into a rebuild phase, and people just don't know it. But I think they're slowly going to a rebuild if they're trying to get a rookie quarterback this draft. But definitely the Broncos. I think if for you to cut Russell Wilson, take the dead money, you hired Sean Payton the year before, you have to – Sean Payton has to show that he's going to do something regardless with that contract that he got. He has to show that he was right in cutting Russell Wilson. So he needs to get a top quarterback in this draft to help his, decision. So I'm going to say Broncos.
Okay. Keno, what about you, brother? Who do you think?
To be honest, I would say it's a tie, but at the same time, I'm going to lean a little bit towards the Broncos. But how I feel about the Broncos is I really think they're about to go into a rebuild stage. But can they afford that? I don't think so. But it honestly looks like they're going to go into a rebuild stage with what they just did by cutting Russell. And then they traded some assets like Judy. Judy not really a big asset. I'm pretty sure they was ready.
He got paid though. He got paid like one.
He sure did get paid like.
But I agree with you. I think it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think he's a big asset. But I will say
makes me worried about Nico when it comes time to pay Nico. Because
as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, Nick, come on now. We got to pay Nico right now.
We got to pay. Yeah. It'd be almost wise to pay him now, man.
Yeah,
because it's like if you look at that, and then you saw what Ridley got. Yeah. Too. I understand Ridley is talented. but like Nico's better than Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Nico's better than Jerry Jeudy, especially with what happened now. I mean, you've got Stroud, who makes everybody better. I mean, and I've been on record saying this on I think that if he can stay healthy, I think Tank Dell has the ability to be like a game-breaking talent in this league. I really think that. And I mean, you see flashes of, you see certain plays that he makes that only that Nico can't make. Now there are plays that Nico makes that Tank can't make, where he's being all physical. He plays just a lot like Andre used to play, because he'll go across the middle, he'll embrace the contact from the safety and the linebackers, and he'll plow through and all that stuff. But Tank Dell has that just dynamic. When you just look at the end of the Bucks game, I mean that's a little. He reminds me, and I've said this before too, and again, just watch him next season, especially if he can stay healthy. He reminds me of Pittsburgh Antonio Brown, the way he runs routes, the way he gets off on his release. I mean, he is so special. I mean, and I think we're only scratching the surface too. And I think he's got just such a good head on his shoulders. You can see the way CJ gravitates to him. He loves him. This team, and that's the biggest thing. Again, if I get off topic, stop me. But like the way this team, they love each other, man. And like it's you see it and you can feel it. And that's something that, like, I was so down on the Tech. I watched the shit, before this last season. I watched that bullshit for 3 years. It was terrible. This team sucked, man. I did not have a ton of, the draft bought me back. I bought back in after the draft to see us trade back up and get Will Anderson, doing that, showing that we're okay. It's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not wasting any time. We got D'Amico. We got our guy. We're going to give him what he needs to succeed. Because the other two coaches before that didn't get that. But I think that everybody also knew when we had David Culley, and don't feel bad for David Culley. David Culley's still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? David Culley got to live out his lifelong dream of nobody else was going to give him a head coaching job. You know what I'm saying? David Culley is doing fine. Like, and then with Lovey, it's just like, these weren't the guys, and I think we knew that. I think Nick knew that. I wouldn't be surprised if before, when we hired Culley kind of knew that, was given like the wink and a nod. Hey, this is going to be a one and done, but we're going to pay you for 4 years. To kind of do that, with saying it without saying it, but you could just feel it. We were trash. We were going nowhere. We did not have the personnel. You cannot win in the NFL without the personnel. But yeah, man, I'm so excited, man. I think that this team moving forward is just, I think finally, for the first time maybe ever since 2011, which I thought was the best Texans team ever, I think still probably even over last year's barely, just as that defense. With Shaw, I think we would have won the Super Bowl. I really do. Yeah, because we would have won against the Ravens in that game. We just couldn't get the offense, going. But anyways, yeah, I think we're really building that, like, of a team that actually can do it now. I mean, and let's talk about, because I want to get y'all's thoughts. I have a question for y'all, each of y'all, actually. Okay. And we can start with you, Kenneth. I'll toss it back this way, reverse the square. I know what I think this team needs. If you look at what happened, because the framework you've got to look at is what happened in the Ravens game, because that is what we're going to need to beat if we want to get to where we're going to go. We have to get, yes, it's nice to get new pieces. It's nice to, draft pieces, but there's a certain level of, okay, we're to that level of where we're really good and we got expectations. And then there's that level of, okay, this is a real fucking contender. These are dogs now, and we got out-dogged in the Baltimore game. And I want to know, Kenneth, what was your takeaway from that? Because if we're going to have to address those things if we want to get to where we want to go next, and if we don't get better in these certain areas, I fear that we could possibly end up in another similar situation. And I'm as bullish on the Texans as anyone, but there's a reality of what happened in that game, and we got bullied in the middle on both sides. And the O-line, I think they're capable of playing better. The D-line got bullied. And if that doesn't happen, we've got, what are we doing at defensive tackle? I'll go ahead and toss you over to that, because what we have right now, what I'm seeing right now, I have concerns up the middle.
Yeah, for sure. I would say, honestly, drop the DT. It's multiple defensive tackles that I feel like we can fill in, and of course, be a rotational guy, because I feel like we have the starters right now, but it's possible he can work his way to start. One thing that I will say that I noticed from the Ravens game is, of course, the interior, like you just said, of the offensive line. And Mason did okay, but I feel like that was a game he was kind of slacking. And the other thing is, of course, the center and the left guard.
Scruggs got bullied, man.
Yeah, Scruggs got bullied.
Bad.
And we understand why.
Madubuike dominated him.
Yeah. So it's like kind of understand why he's a rookie and he went against a dog. You know what
Fair.
I'm saying? So and honestly, moving forward and looking forward to next year, the key is making sure that we got some competition going on in the interior. And also, I'm gonna say something a lot of people might not
agree.
like. Our two tackles, they're gonna have to come, like, when it comes to the run game, they're gonna have to bully boys.
They're gonna have to play like they're paid.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're gonna have to bully boys. Like, they're great at pass protection, but when it comes to that running game, they're gonna have to get a little bit more dirty. I feel like they don't like to get too dirty. But I
feel like Tunsil has this thing where he, like, because Tunsil's elite, one of the best in the world at pass pro, and we saw what he did to Myles Garrett in the Browns game, and that's why he's paid what he's paid, and I'm at the end of the day, the pass pro is what is important, but at the same time, we see what happens. You have to be able to run the football if you want to win a Super Bowl. You have to. And I think that there's certain times where Tunsil, and I would never accuse him of quote unquote not trying or anything, but there's definitely a gear where I feel like more effort is put in on certain plays. And it's just, but I think that a lot of that's going to come from the team around him and just everybody elevating each other and kind of just saying, okay, look, man. And I think that'll come from CJ, that kind of will, because the talent's there, you know, I mean, but you're completely right. And that's, for me right now, that's my big concern. I still don't know what's going to happen. That's a lot of pressure to put on a rookie defensive tackle. But you also got Danico Autry, too, who kind of plays in it. That's an underrated signing, man. He is really good, really versatile, great veteran. He can bring he's like a better version of Jerry Hughes. He can kind of fill that role of where Jerry Hughes brought that veteran leadership and all that stuff. But this guy actually makes plays.
For sure.
Most definitely.
Same question to Bo. Bo, what's your thoughts on it?
I try to look at it as it's two things. Defensive wise, yes, of course. Defensive tackle. Have to address that. You're not going to beat anybody if you can't get pressure up the middle and stop the run. Offensively, when you go back to the Ravens game, you notice, like you said, you couldn't move the ball. You can't advance the ball down the field. You couldn't run the ball. You couldn't really get nobody open. Throw the ball. They had Nico Collins covered up in the phone booth. So you need someone else. Granted, you have Tank Dell coming off an injury, so he should be there. But what else? You have Tank Dell, Nico Collins. What else do you have? You got Mixon this year, so hopefully Mixon gives you a better advantage in the run game. He gives you some kind of juice in the run game. But I think the two things they need is an elite receiver and a defensive tackle. If you give CJ one more receiver who's going to be able to get open and not have to depend on schemes to get open, it would change a lot. And that would help them. That would have helped them beat the Ravens. Because Nico was not going to, I knew that. Everyone said, oh, Texas, Ravens got a chance. As a fan, you have to look at the facts and see what you have, what you're going against. You're going against one of the top defenses in the league at the time, and you only have one key offensive threat. They're going to take him away. They're going to take him away. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get him anymore. You're not going to have him anymore. So you have to figure out what else can you do. Okay, You move the ball on the field. Now you got false starts. You're killing yourself. You're hurting yourself.
Mhm.
Okay, you get the ball on the field. You get a field goal range. You miss. It's like certain things, that game, it really was going against them. They couldn't get their feet on the ground. They was always, it felt like they were scrambling. CJ couldn't get comfortable. He couldn't find no one else. So that was that end. So like you go back,
and
you know
and
what?
the inexperience of a rookie
Exactly.
team.
So I'm gonna scratch that receiver, but the offensive line, like you said, offensive line has to get better. You have to find a way to get that group, whether they're healthy, whether you have your starting five that is the original starting five that is supposed to be there. If they're healthy, if everyone's healthy,
It'll be
I'm sure
them.
you're supposed to have. Yes, I'm sure you're supposed to have them. And if you have them and they're healthy, you have to find a way to get them to work together. Like you said, Tunsil, he takes plays off. That's not a secret. I'm sure every Texas fan, if you watch a game, you see Tunsil, like, dang, he did good to play before, but this play, he just let him rock right past him. Like, you just let him just go around the edge. He didn't really fight him enough. So they got to get
Or the
together.
false
They gotta learn how to
starts,
talk to
man. The
each other.
penalties, dude.
And the
I mean,
penalties.
we were just
And
so
the penalties.
shook in that Baltimore game, man. And I really hope that they learn from it, because it's just like, we were so lucky to even like be in that game at half, because it was like the way we came out, like we got dominated
All
that
right.
game completely.
Yep.
And
I'm telling you.
I'm at a point now with the Texans because, like I've been a fan. I was in the building opening night of this franchise.
Mhm.
I've followed them ever since I was 12, and I've
Mhm.
loved this team. And I've never been dishonest about them. Like that, we're until I see it, we're not quite
Yeah.
there yet. But and we
Mhm.
got to be honest about, because I really do believe we've got a generational talent at quarterback. I
Mhm.
really do believe it. And I mean, if you see the throws that he's making, that was the greatest rookie season we've ever seen right there.
Mhm.
I mean, Cam Newton, right? But Cam Newton wasn't making some of those throws, man. I mean, like just the accuracy, throws such a beautiful ball. You can tell from his soul, man. You can tell when you listen to him speak what he says, the way he composes himself, the way the leadership he exudes on the field when he walks, man. It's his aura. All that shit matters. At that one position, it matters. And if you have that, if you've got that guy, then anything is really possible, like on any given Sunday, as they say. So yes, it's going to be those five up front, and they just got to play better. They got to play better, and they're capable of playing better. I think. So it was that was so new for everybody this last season, and the schedule is going to be a lot tougher this year, a lot tougher. Like if we're going to have a schedule of a team that had the record that we had, because they will reset the schedules the following year to kind of match up how you did before. We had a dog shit schedule or easy schedule this year because we were dog shit the year before, so it's like it's not going to be that way now. So we've got to come to. But I think that we expect that, and there's no reason we should be. I think we're going to go 11-6. I think we'll win the division. I really do. Even though I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to say like I like him more than CJ, but Anthony Richardson kind of scares me a little bit.
Oh yeah,
worries me a little bit.
He's too dynamic.
He is so dynamic, man. You saw what he did to us.
I was there when they played the Colts at home. I was there. I was like, how can you not stop this man? You know what he wants to do. Go get him,
man.
Go get him. And so that's why I want to ask you before I go back to Briggs and Kim. I want to ask you because I asked him before. Who is the starting five offensive line in your eyes? If everyone's healthy, who are you putting in what position are you putting them at?
You asking me?
You got Tunsil at left tackle. I'm asking you that.
Okay, yeah, I got Tunsil at left tackle. At left guard,
everyone's healthy.
Man, that's crazy.
I know.
So we had Shaq Mason at right all year last year, right?
Yeah, we got Shaq.
Keep him there. Just keep him there.
Okay.
I mean, he's a veteran. He understands. Even though I feel like I don't want to lie, I must admit I want to upgrade that position. But it's okay. I'm like, I understand. Shaq, just be the best Shaq Mason you can be. You know, like, but I want to low key upgrade that position. Right tackle. I want Titus, obviously.
Keep Titus right there. Okay.
And then I want to give this kid a chance in preseason.
Okay.
But I want to give Kenyon Green a chance to win
wanna
the
give him a
left guard
chance.
spot, dude.
Okay.
And then you got Scruggs at center.
Gotcha.
But here's the thing, man. Green, if I was watching somebody, he was a fucking monster in college, dude.
Yes,
like,
he was. That's the killer
look
part
at
about
his
it.
body style, and he was mean, dude. Like, I don't know where, it's been unfortunate what's happened to him, but you just hope that kid is finding himself right now, and because the skill set, if that's a big thing, man. If he turns into what his grade is, where he was, if he turns into that, if he somehow pans out and becomes your Zach Martin, man, that changes
confidence too.
everything.
I feel like he lost his confidence. He lost his confidence when his rookie season. Then he got injured. He's never been the same.
Totally.
Since college days. So it's like I feel like they need to just, I don't want to say coddle him, but speak life into him. Like, speak him up. Like, tell him you are bad. You a bad man. Look at your highlights.
I agree with what Rick. I agree with what Rick just said there. At least give the kid a fair shot to compete with Patterson, and then we'll see. And we'll see what happens. Or hey, man, if you're in the second round, or if you've got if you're Nick and you see a chance to trade up and there's a guard there that's your best player available, and you really like that guard, go get him.
Yeah.
Go get him, man.
CJ, that's your priority right now.
100%.
Protecting CJ, because you can have all the weapons you want in receiver. If he can't get time to throw the ball, what's the point?
Right. Exactly.
100%.
Well, you see, one thing when everybody talks about the line, I always go back to last year. Nico Collins. Everybody was ready for that man to get cut. That he wasn't making the 53 man roster. He was getting cut after.
That's crazy.
He was not a good receiver. He needed to be cut. And then CJ Stroud showed up. Bobby Slowick showed up. System changed, and now we're talking this man top 15, maybe top 10. Receiver.
I mean, look at what did the body of work tell you?
Exactly.
Proof is it's a production based lead.
Yes.
So I have to confess.
Go ahead, Kenny.
I was one of them.
You was one of them.
What did he go?
Hey, at least you're admitting that.
When people said that, I looked at them and they said, "Okay, look what he has next to him. He has a Brandon Cook who doesn't want to be there. He has a Davis Mills. Do you really expect him to get the ball to him with Davis Mills back there every time? And he has a coach who really don't know what he's doing. Like, did y'all expect Nico Reed to come out swinging like that? No, he needed a better system.
I wasn't knocking his skill.
Mm-hmm.
Availability.
Right.
Oh yeah, he was injured. He was injured.
That was it.
And that's what
knocking his skill.
And that's what I'm saying about Green. Like, you got to give him a body of work to go off of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he hasn't been there. So if this year he comes up and he shows out, give the man his props. Like, I think you give him a chance.
I'd just like to get him in a game.
Exactly.
Right?
Right. Well, everybody's like, well, we do have a body work. His rookie year. He's a rookie, and he missed some during the beginning of the season. He got hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the year, he was having a good year. And then
okay.
So he got hurt. But also what a lot of people forget too is zone blocking is going to help guys.
Yes, it is.
It's very hard to do, man.
Right.
And that's what makes the Ravens so damn good too. If you watch the way that they were able to run the ball, that zone blocking scheme, I forget what their offensive coordinator's name is.
It was a Grand Row, wasn't it? But not he with the Chargers, right? It was a different one.
No, it's golly, man, it'll come to me. Todd Monken is his name.
Todd Monken.
He has his zone running scheme that he has developed over there. That's why that team is so good, bro. Like, I mean, they are able to get what they want because all those guys can get out and block like that. That usually takes, 2-3 years to really develop. So, I mean, if we're able to do something, and that's kind of even like, I wouldn't consider myself an expert or anything, but I know a little bit. I mean, I know that if you go back and you watch that game, which I've done a few times just on the all 22 and stuff. And like, you can see, man, the spacing that they were able to get. But, on the other side of the ball with the Texans, what I think Kenyon Green can bring is he's big, man. Like, he's wide, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's quick on his feet, assuming that he has all those traits that he had. Like, he has that, he brings that nastiness, right, that I think we need in the middle right now. That was not there in that game when we needed it the most. And everybody is tired. Everybody is hurt in the playoffs in the divisional round. It's the NFL. If you want to win a Super Bowl, you got to be a fucking warrior. I mean, and I think D'Amico understands that. I think CJ understands that. I think that Danielle Hunter I think we got better there. I wonder. So as of right now, too, I haven't. Is Jeff Okudah CB2 right now?
That's what it's looking like. Without Steven Nelson, whatever happened with him so far, he's been real quiet on his end. But as it stands, I believe Jeff Okudah is number 2.
I joked with Bo about saying I want Nick to do one more move before the draft, but the guy who's seen Nick's past, I don't think there's going to be like Nick is focusing on the draft. He's not going to make no more moves until the draft. And
that's how you win Super Bowls,
right? Yeah. And once the draft is over, that's when he's going to make another. If there's another move to make, that be, unless he makes some kind of out of the left field park trade come draft night for Brandon Ayuk or
man, that would be dope. Trade for Jettas, baby.
Right. Like,
come on. Hey, but real quick, can I just say this? And I kind of caught some heat about this too, because I was like suggesting crazy shit. I was like, yeah, man, package Nico and a first and a third and go get Jettas. And look, I'm not saying trade Nico. I love Nico Collins. Please don't get it twisted. But do you understand? We're talking Brady and Moss if we got Justin Jefferson on this team. I know this is not going to happen, but like, if you put Justin Jefferson with CJ Stroud, he's catching 18 touchdowns and 2,000 yards, dude. I really think they could do that together. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's fun to think. It's fun to.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
People throw out those crazy scenarios, and a lot of people got upset. But I agree. Like, look, you say Nico. Like, if they say, "All right, we'll take Tank Dell." Okay.
Hey, Casario was a part of the Randy Moss trade in New England.
I love you, Tank Dell, but look, Justin Jefferson, like you say, he's elite talent.
He's the best receiver in football.
And he's not even 24 yet.
He's in his prime. He hasn't even gotten to his prime.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, man. That would feed families for generations.
I know everybody's going to hate it, but look, if they ask for Tank Dell for Justin Jefferson,
it's not going to happen.
Oh, I know it's not straight up.
I would love it though, man. I would totally give up whatever. Like, I really would.
He got to get really mad and really ask for a trade to get out of there.
Man. He's got Sam Darnold is throwing him passes right now, basically.
He got to fit. You got to fit and let him go.
That's kind of going back to that previous question where I said who needs more to jump up to the top 10. I think that's why it's the Vikings, right? Like they have to go get
a quarterback.
Because Justin Jefferson, if he's mad that he don't have somebody to throw to him, he's going to be Randy Moss. He's like, all right, see you later.
But
You know,
I think they know that the Vikings. I think the Vikings know that that's the Lions division. I feel like they don't have a dog in the fight no more. I feel like you did at first, but people got injured. You moved people around. You didn't pay people. You let people walk. You don't have Danielle Hunt anymore.
Packers going to be pretty good, I think. But yes, I agree.
I
It's the
think they're
Lions
at the
division.
bottom of the barrel, especially with the Bears finna get possibly Caleb Williams. I think the Vikings fall at number 4 in that division. That's just me speaking. That's just me thinking with what's going on.
the Vikings.
No, that's
On the
fair.
trade.
The Vikings weren't that far off. I mean, if Kirk Cousins doesn't go down, they probably still make the playoffs.
They probably do. They probably do.
So I mean, you're really just quarterback away, but you know.
But going back to the King Green, I'm asking all y'all this. Going back to the King Green, let's say he's cleared. Summertime comes, he makes the OTAs, he gets through mini camp, he goes through the August, and he's cleared. September, whatever the first game is, he plays that game. How long do you give him a chance until you guys say, all right, let's try to look for somebody, let's try to trade him, because you have to pay him after this year, I believe, right? Isn't this his year to get paid, or next year to get paid?
No way.
He had like
Not
2 more years.
3 more years.
Because he was with Sting, huh?
He was Stingley, right?
He was
Yeah. He has 3 more years.
Well,
Okay.
I think he'd be eligible after
I think
this
that's for an
season.
extension, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think
Gotcha.
like Sting, I think gets paid next offseason.
Gotcha.
I think
Okay.
Sting gets
So
paid.
if he
But
doesn't-
here's the thing, man. You don't know what you have there yet. You have to find out.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find out. Nick, I think, understands he's got to find out. Granted, just give him his fair shot at the competition. That's all you can do. Don't go in with any set, decision at that. There shouldn't be any set. Who's the other? Who's the other guy there? It's Patterson, right? Would be his
Patterson,
competition.
yep.
It'd be some combination at center and left guard of Patterson, Scruggs, and Green, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
So you let those guys, right? So you.
Did he go? I thought they re-signed him.
Oh,
They let Dieter walk. They let Dieter walk.
Yeah, Dieter's gone.
Oh,
Dieter's gone. I think I saw that he signed with the Jets, I think, or some shit.
Okay.
But man, but I need better than Dieter, man. Like, and Dieter was fine, but like I need better than that. I need somebody that's gonna be able to protect me, to protect CJ against Chris Jones. That's what I need.
Gotcha.
Because I want to win a Super Bowl, and that's what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you watched the Super Bowl, Chris Jones won that game.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I wanted him so bad, dude. I wanted him so badly.
So like
I was praying that
we're on the Jones hype train too.
Yeah,
I would have paid him whatever, man. I would have said make him the highest paid defensive player ever.
Yep.
Just get that player, man, because he's so big and so fast. Just if you have that player up the middle, it's like,
right.
He's a Hall of Famer.
But going back to Ebo, I say at least week 3, week 4. Like if he's starting to then you bench him, because we saw what CJ can do last year, right? CJ Stroud, we all can agree, is a generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as CJ's rookie deal is up, the money's gone. CJ's going to break. He's going to break the market. Like nobody.
It'll be highest paid player in history.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So if you want to win, you need to win now. So you have to put the players that can produce on the field. So at week 4, week 5, he's giving up 3-4 sacks. Sorry, bro.
You gotta go.
I think as long as you have CJ Stroud, you're gonna have a chance to win always. Yeah. That's why we're so lucky, because he's gonna be, as long as he's here, we're gonna have a chance to win. But I think what's great about what you mean by that, and which I agree with, is while he's on the rookie deal, this is the time to splurge in other places. Absolutely. And I think you notice that too if you look at what Nick's doing. Nick's kind of been doing. He loves the 2-year deal. He loves the the 1-year deal. Really. Mm-hmm. And you look at like who did we give a 3? We gave Al Shair a 3-year deal, right?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
everybody else was either a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the only one that got above a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
We gave Danielle Hunter a 2-year
2
deal.
years,
It's
yeah, 2
basically
years.
all guaranteed, you know,
Yeah.
but and he's getting paid, but but you know, I think that's really where talks broke down about the Armstead thing. I mean, they really
Yeah.
wanted Aaron Armstead, but we weren't going to.
Because how many years did Jacksonville give Aaron? Anybody remember?
3. They gave him 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 3 for like 50 something, I think.
He
351
got paid.
maybe.
He got paid.
Okay.
Crazy. Yeah. No, I'm good.
Yeah, you're right. He is the king of the 3-year deal. That's all Tunsil began. 3 years, 3 years, 3 years. I'd be like, every year I feel like he got a new deal coming around.
Man, but that's like a whole generation in the NFL years, man. Like you look at the average time of a career in the NFL, bro. Like there's not many guys that, you know, you can only milk the best football out of guys. Like who knows who is going to last that long. But like, I love the Danielle Hunter deal. Look, if you really look at Danielle Hunter and his career trajectory, he is very low key on like a Hall of Fame trajectory, dude. Like go look at his career statistics, man. I think he already either has 100 sacks already, or he's like 1 or 2 away from it already. Like, and that's crazy. You know, I mean, like that's elite. That's an unbelievable career. If you get 100 sacks, I mean, he's if he plays a full season, block him in for 14 sacks. You know, and so it's huge. It's huge for us, but we got to get bigger up the middle. We got to get. I still think on offense, we pretty much stood pat. I mean, there's no besides Mixon.
They didn't do nothing. They did nothing but Joe Mixon.
did nothing but Mixon.
Right. I think that's a low key move too. Like everybody's not a fan of it, but I kind of like it.
No, I like it. It's an upgrade.
He's a lot of people forget. Bobby Slowick's scheme passes the ball a lot to the running back.
Mm-hmm.
He's number 4 in running backs last year in receiving. He's number 2 in the last 5 years. So like
he's a good blocker. He's a good blocker too. He's a true 3-down back.
Right.
So I mean, and Singletary did a fantastic job. Man, credit to that guy. I just like his mindset, his mentality. You know, golly, man. And I was Dameon Pierce, man. I will say this: I think Dameon Pierce might have something in the return game, and I hope that he sticks around and gets a chance because I was so excited about him after his rookie year. I love the way he played. I still love the way he plays. What's that?
Well, see, the year when he had the great year, I felt like they gave him more fullback blocks, if that makes sense. Like it was more power.
Oh, sure, like I formation stuff.
With this, the Bobby Slowick has been a lot of one single back, stretch plays here, zone here. So he's not missing the first hit, and he's getting hit in the backfield. And I feel like last year they blocked better with the O-line. I feel like they run blocked a lot better the year before this season. But this year, they
schemed up for it because they knew that we couldn't pass for shit, probably. True. So it's like you probably had to like stack the lines, add 2 tight ends and stuff like that, and man, what's his name? Oh my God, Jordan Akins in the. Right, in the playoff game, that's I get him and the other Jordan that we had mixed up all the time. Tight end, but Jordan Akins, man, he showed the athleticism he showed off on that one play that intrigued the hell out of me, man. Like he can almost be used as like a third wide receiver in some sets, man. Like that was incredible. I want to see more from him, but hopefully offense. I expect to look pretty much the same. I mean, but hopefully better just because they're more seasoned. They've got more experience with one another. And you almost like feel like you add in that sense. You get better because of that, and then with Joe Mixon, which is an upgrade. But on the defensive side of the ball, you knew D'Amico wants to get his guys. I still think we're missing that centerpiece as a defensive tackle, which we need desperately. And I still am kind of shaking my head and curious, like what happened with the Brevin Jordan. Brevin Jordan. Yes, Jordan Akins. I don't know why. Yes, Thank you.
it wasn't
Brevin
that,
Jordan is who I'm talking about. Brevin Jordan's a freak, dude. When you watch him, when you watch that breakaway speed that he had in the Browns game, oh my God, that's so funny. Jordan Akins, Brevin Jordan. Yeah, Jordan Akins, I think, is on the Jets now. But yeah, I really want us. We got to get a defensive tackle, man. I mean, like, oh yeah, Malik Collins. Why'd we trade him? I'm shaking my head and I'm scratching my head on that one because I still don't understand. I mean, we got a 7th round pick out of him. I was hoping at the time, okay, this is going to make way for Eric Armstead here, and then I don't know. I mean,
yeah, and to be fair, it's like it was crazy because I thought they were going to use that 23rd pick to try to, I guess, package the move a little bit to get the kid from Texas. What's his name? The
Murphy.
They got 2 of them, I think.
Yes, I thought they would have moved up a little bit to get him from the 23rd, but I guess he got something else he's doing. Nick brewing up something else.
Yeah, I've learned to put my trust in Nick, right? Like he
earned it.
He pulls it out somehow. So
last year he did.
Yeah.
I mean, and hey, Nico Collins was he a Nick pick?
Yes, he was Nick.
He was. So are you sure? Because he was the same. Was he the same year as Davis Mills?
Yes.
Yeah. So they were same year, same round then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He traded up. He traded up to get Nico, and he picked Nico before Amon St. Brown.
Oh, yep. That guy's a top 5 guy in my opinion.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he is killing it.
Yeah.
Man, I was asked this the other night at Easter, real quick, and I'm gonna go around the horn with this. Kenneth, I'm gonna start with you. Who are the top 5 wide receivers in football right now?
Okay, so
some of them are fairly obvious, but it gets real murky around 4 and 5.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna just say how I feel.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going with Justin.
Yes.
And after Justin, Tyreek Hill.
That one's obvious too. I think it's those 2 are obvious.
Yeah, after Tyreek
Then
Hill,
it gets crazy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this name, and I know some people might not like it. I'm not gonna say he's number 3, but he's definitely in the top 5 to me. AJ Brown. And
he's good, but I wouldn't put him there. But I like his game.
Yeah, and who else?
Not yet, Rick.
I would say Jamar Chase.
Put him in there.
And then my 5, it's tough. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Oh my!
I think it's that guy we were just talking about.
Nico Collins?
No, Amon-Ra.
Who?
Amon-Ra, St. Brown.
No. I'm not gonna put him in my top 5.
Look at the numbers, man. He's crazy.
I'm trying to think.
It's hard, right?
It's hard. I'm gonna skip on that 5. I'm gonna skip.
Yeah. No, give an answer. Come on.
I gotta think.
All right, we'll come back to you, Kenneth. Go ahead, Bo.
I'm trying to think. I'll give it. Okay, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson. That's 2.
Yep.
3 gets murky. It gets real murky.
It's crazy.
You know what? He had. I'm not saying he had a bad season, but I feel like he's the top 5. He just had he's with the Raiders, but Devontae Adams.
I said Devontae Adams also. Whenever that. That's a good one. Yeah, he's still him.
Oh man. Yeah, Jamar Chase.
I went him and St. Brown. I went Amon-Ra, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, and
that's not bad. That's not bad.
St.
You
Brown.
know, I really want to give it to DK Metcalf. I really do. I feel like DK Metcalf is he's amazing, bro. Like
he's a freak.
I don't know. He's a freak. Yeah, that's where you can put it. Where you can put it. Like I think,
he's
overshadowed by the other 2 there. Yeah. Like he's
fine.
With a good team. He has. What's the receiver's name? The kid. What's his name? That just came from Ohio State. I can't think of his name.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
No,
the other one. The one.
Don't be surprised if he's top 5 day 1.
Yeah, the one
I think he's that good.
don't know his name. I don't
You
know
said
what
play
I'm
with
looking
who?
right now.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Nabiku or something like that.
Jigba, right? What's his name?
Yeah,
Jigba.
Najigba.
In the
Yeah,
Jigba.
Oh,
Okay.
Jackson
Yeah.
Smith
Yeah,
and Jigba. Jackson Smith
Yeah.
and they got Tyler
yeah.
Lockett.
And
Fun
Tyler Lockett.
fact:
So
did you know
he's
Jackson Smith?
he's in a good situation. So it's kind of hard for
Yeah.
him to really get his crazy numbers, but I just think 1-on-1 you can't cover him. You're not
Right.
covering him 1-on-1.
Yeah.
So Texans fans are gonna hate my top 5 receivers. So
Okay,
I got one, Justin Jefferson, easy.
he's one. He's bona fide one.
2 is Tyreek.
It's Tyreek.
Yeah.
Yes.
Three is Jamar Chase. When
That's fair.
when he's healthy, it is a beast. 4,
That's fair.
I agree with you, Bo. Devontae Adams, like
Yeah, Devontae Adams. He's him. He's just in a bad situation right now. Bless his heart.
5.
Trade for him. Go get him.
5. This guy put up numbers with Mayo last year. You gotta go with DeAndre Hopkins,
I'm gonna say DeAndre Hopkins.
number 5. I mean,
I love my guy, man.
That's his bias history love. That's all that is.
Not anymore, man. But
Hey, look,
that
look,
is my
look,
boy.
look,
That's my boy, the homie. But
I mean, look who you had to throw to him last year. He had Ryan Tannehill, Will
He
Levis.
can produce, but he's not top 5 anymore. But he can still produce.
he's not top 15 anymore. But he's
You give him a chance, he's going to catch that ball.
I really
if,
wish
yeah,
they
you
would've
can
brought him
throw
back
it to
last
him.
year.
He still has great hands.
Yeah, I really wish they would have found a way for them to actually come back to Houston last year, because that would have been amazing.
Man, so
Did
you decide your 5th, Kenneth? Did you?
I will say
It's hard, right?
I don't want to say this
Yeah,
name because it's already been said, but I'm mad I forgot about him, Devontae Adams.
Yeah. You did say him. I think. Or no, you said him, Bo. You said him. Right. Devontae Adams is the
Devontae Adams is top 5.
He's still him,
because
man.
I think that his production issues last season were no fault of his own. That was a toxic situation there. Josh McDaniels is awful, dude. Awful human being.
He's a Patriot.
He's a Patriot. Yes, he sucks. He sucks. He sucks as a person. Overrated as a coach. They had rated that, they do those things every year where the players rate the coaches and the staffs and stuff. Like he was dead last, bro. Josh McDaniels was. The Texans really did favorably on that, by the way. And I think that speaks a ton to, I mean, man, if you look at it and this is one thing, he's been a goof for the longest time, but I really think Cal and, more so his wife, I think they really care, man. I think they really want the Texans to win.
I tell everybody, it's so funny because his dad was running it, so you the son, you got all the money, you just having fun, you own the team kind of because your dad own it, so you out here
and now he officially owns it.
Yeah, you don't care to win or not, but your dad passed away, you get the team, you start getting more hands on, and you start meeting the people and talking to everybody around you. So now I feel like they got feet on the ground.
Yeah,
they feet
Could
on
you
the ground.
Could you imagine being that guy?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think about that all the time, man.
Amazing, yeah. So they really have a good grasp on what's going on, with the people, and so it's showing. It's showing
they
they're
did right hire
to talk to people, and so it's amazing. So I give them a lot of kudos for that.
And apparently they're doing a ton of great things at the at the facility. They're upgrading where they are. Oh, okay. I gotta ask y'all, what are your thoughts on the unis?
The jerseys. I gave it a 7 out of 10 just because it's something new. We've been needing new jerseys for a long time. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Needed it for a long time.
For a long time. Like it's so funny. I tell everybody, when you play Madden and you pick teams, you see your other teams, they go jerseys, different jerseys.
Ours sucked.
And then us just 5. You got just the red ones, the white ones, dark, deep steel blue, and that's it. So just seeing new jerseys is amazing. So I'll give them a 7 out of 10 for it.
And I can't wait to see the other 3.
What about you,
Briggs? What is your thoughts, Briggs?
Mine's the same as Bo. I give about a 7. You can't do nothing with white, right? You can't make white pop.
I think they're fire. I think CJ's about to make them shits classic.
I think the other 2 are going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
So
I like them, man.
I'm waiting for those to to come out to get
There's
my
3
official
more.
prayer. Oh yeah, that's right. 3
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
There's
four
3
total.
more.
Dang.
I was just happy to see that there was no, that like, because like there was all that talk about like the Oilers blue and shit, and like here's where I'm ready to let that shit go.
You ready to
Man,
let it go?
like I don't want that. That is not my football. Your dad's brand of football, Houston football. Your granddad's Houston. That ain't my shit. You know what I mean? Like that is, you got another team in our division, nonetheless, wearing those uniforms. Let it go. They didn't win shit either. They were choke artists too.
Yeah.
You know that's Tennessee history now. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee coughed up that lead to Buffalo. You know, so that ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
I think it don't hurt as much because, like you said, they ain't got no Super Bowls underneath their belt, so it's like, But it's just a feel of Houston blue and all that. So a lot of people get a little triggered. But other than
it's fire. It's so fire. They're the coolest jerseys ever. The Oilers jerseys are. Everybody knows it too. But I want it gone. I want to separate myself.
Well, my opinion on the whole Oilers thing, like Tennessee, we get it. The only culture they got is Mayo. So if you have to steal some Houston culture to have some, go ahead. We have more for you to have. So go ahead and take it. It's fine. Y'all can have it. We can move on for it. Ken, what do you think about the uniforms, Kenno?
Man, I get a white jersey a 6.
A 6?
But yeah, I give him a 6.
What did you give the previous ones?
A 3.
I'm gonna put it like this. I like the color rush. I have the Stingley jersey in color rush. That was like, as far as before the new was coming out, the color rush is probably my favorite one, and the battle red. But honestly, I'm so ready to see these other 3 uniforms.
Sure.
Because I think I'm gonna like them more than I like the white one. I really can't keep white clean, so I'm not gonna do the white jersey. I'm not gonna buy the white jersey, but I can't wait to see what the other ones look like because I want to cop at least 1 or 2 jerseys.
I haven't bought a jersey in forever, man, and I was even saying the other day that I was gonna buy, because I usually try to go up. That's right, Rick. I usually try to go up, kind of out on if I'm gonna buy a jersey, like I've only bought 1 jersey before, and it's my favorite. Andre Johnson, to me, that is my dude. Little story. That dude changed my life for me, bro. Like I even got it. I think I even got it right here. Like my original Team 80 hat from when I worked together with him to help make this in the early days of that. And, that was such a cool, opportunity for me, man. And he was this was right when Instagram started allowing people to post videos and stuff. And I went out with him and his brother that one day to when he did the Toys R Us thing, and he gave away the toys on Christmas that he always does. And he posted the video onto his Instagram, and that kind of got my name buzzing, man. And just that dude is truly, genuinely everything you hear about him and more. Right. I mean, just from, and that's why I really shed a tear seeing him get inducted, man, because he needed to go before JJ went. You know what I'm saying? He needed to be the first Texan in the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
And I felt strongly about that, man, because it's just, he is the epitome of the Hall of Famer, dude. Yeah. When he was at his peak, one of the greatest ever, bro. It was him and Calvin. You know what I'm saying? And people don't even recognize it. He had dog shit to play with at quarterback, man. And he was just so damn good. So that made me feel just.
He never complained. That's
never, man.
He could have been in front of the camera they got nobody for me.
Never.
He went out there and he worked.
As you can tell, the jerseys behind me, I kind of go, off the wall.
Yes. Let me finish my thought. I'm my ADHD brain. So as I was saying, if I'm gonna buy a jersey this time, I think I want to get a Christian Harris jersey because I'm so bullish on him, man. I think look at the last 2 games. Look at the playoffs. Look at the playoff games. Christian Harris, man, he was always a blue chipper, man. I mean, blue chipper going to Alabama. We got him when we got him in the draft. He is so damn fast, so athletic. I mean, and just is learning with that clip of D'Amico telling him hey, do this to jump the route or whatever. Yep. Y'all saw that? And then he literally did the next. Oh my God, man.
That was amazing.
I think that's why we need a defensive tackle, man, because we're only scratching the surface with Christian Harris. And I think that if he's got I think he can be, I don't know, man. I think he's got Pro Bowl, all pro potential
all over.
He has those types of athletic traits.
Absolutely. Well, fellas, in the wise words of Crenshaw, this is the worst part of the show because it's the end. Bonda, why don't you tell us where we can find you on social media and what you got cooking? That way we can.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I get carried away with this stuff because I just love talking balls so much, man. I mean, this was a great time. It's always good. It's kind of therapeutic in a way. We all got our busy lives and shit. It's nice to kind of this is what's being a fan of sports is all about, man. I mean, this is why we're fans, it takes us to that special place, man. And it's that escapism that we get from it. And that's why we're so passionate about our team, the Texans being that, I love the Astros, love the Rockets, but man, the Texans have always been my first true love, man. Just from that first time watching them play and really when Dre and they started getting going, I was like, there's nothing that feels like that. There's nothing that feels like getting ready all week for a playoff Texans game, man. And it's just you're thinking about it all the time. And I know y'all are the same way because y'all are on a fucking podcast with me right now doing this shit. Yep. So on a Tuesday in April. So it's really great to see. I'm just happy for us as Texans fans that we got to experience what we got to experience last season, and that we've got so much excitement around this team. It's been all bad for so long with the Easterby shit and the Deshaun shit. Goodbye, and then just it's to be where we're at now, man. It's awesome. I'm excited for all of us. I think this next season is going to be great. You guys can find me at all social, Twitter, Instagram at BenOnDaTop. And yeah, man, just y'all let me know. Y'all holla at me. Let's go compete. Let's go compete.
Yeah, absolutely. Kenneth, what you got cooking? Where we find you on social media?
Y'all can find me on social media, Kenneth the Messenger, on Twitter, Messenger_Keno. And yeah, man, just cooking up a little something, working on some things, community work type stuff, and me as being an artist, working on stuff like that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. And go Texans. Y'all know how we rocking.
All right. And Bo, what about you, brother?
Oh, y'all know y'all can find me on all socials at Bo Diggity713. Some more videos will be coming soon to the TikTok. We about to get ready for the draft. A couple of videos here, funny videos there. So yeah, keep following your boy. Content will keep coming. And
guys, you can find me at A1 Day 1 Texans everywhere. Our other brother that is missing because of work, Crenshaw, you can find him at Fifth Ward Crenshaw. And you can find the podcast, Texans Fan Battle, everywhere. We are meeting up with Devontae Diamond, Tank Dell's personal trainer tomorrow. So we're going to talk to him about his rehab and whatnot. So be ready for looking out for that video. We'll have that edited and up to you soon. And then next week, we have Matt Miller from ESPN to talk more about this draft because that's the next big thing. We're ready for it. So other than guys, have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, yeah. Go Texans, baby.
Absolutely. Go Texans, and have a good night.
All right, fellas.
Yo, check it out. We rapping for the Texans. Put it in Crenshaw.